Just wrap. What? Just wrap myself into a thingy. Humidifier one side. Come over here. I just burnt something, but a little bit of a burnt. Run it back. Mahogany, teak wood, spearmint, peppermint, lavender, humidifier, candle. Not just great scents all around. Alright. Let's do some Donkey Kong Country 2. Alright, so update to Tropical Freeze. If anybody's gonna be watching that. I think I'm gonna do like what was it? Do Super Mario Bros. Wii U, and possibly JJ Orange might be joining, and we'll be doing a duo. Because I'm not doing a freaking Fortnite announcement. It's just I haven't even downloaded it. But I mean, I want to see what's going on. I guess, you know, do a little bit of something, something. But I don't know when I'll get to that because I don't know. I should. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna do some Donkey Kong Country 2. And I was gonna try a new item, and I was looking, but there was nothing new to try, so I just got the usual, except this time they gave me an extra burnt biscuit. Nah, I'm kidding. JJ Orange didn't want that for some reason. But one of the best thing for now. But it's cool because I get to have the diabetic rest of this, the hepatitis rest of this, the high blood pressure, and rest of that. And the obesity and the overweight. But I don't care. Alright. Orange weights. And if they're orange, they gotta be used by an orange. Alright, let's get it going. Alright, I don't know what to expect. I haven't got this far in this game. I actually have. But this is the farthest I've gotten in this game. I think like to here or a little bit after. I don't know. When did I must have played it solo or something. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm gonna take off my jacket. Last episode, by the way, not the exact last episode, but the last episode, I took off the GVE chain that I had for so long because I think it's time that I'm gonna do something a little different, something a little new. So yeah, with all that said, let's play some game. I'm gonna put this freaking little peep jacket over here, and I'm gonna just quickly. Alright, so I had to poke that. Alright, let's continue. Some Donkey Kong Country 2. It's one of my favorite things in my room. Alright. It's gonna be a good one. It's also one of my favorite shirts, by the way. And it's Christmas themed. You know I had to do it. Don't worry, I brushed my teeth. Alright, let's get it. Let's go. Time for some funky ass music. Come on, for the funky, pick up. Hear that music and it's funky. Dropping a lot of stuff in the dummy. Now I'm just getting another dummy. I just get a lot of freaking money, but let me stop. I'ma jump it like a bunny. When I come to the beat, you know I'm freaking. Got a big tummy, so I gotta eat. Wait a minute, I'm getting sweaty. This is so loud, you can't hear me freestyle. You can't hear anything because it's freaking loud. Everything's going on. I don't even care. I'm going Donkey Kong up in here. Freaking stain my freaking sweatpants. You crying a tear and I'm dancing to this and I'm freelancing, looking everyone and I'm freaking going where I want, doing it, I'm never gonna do anything that is bad, cause dudes go those whack, bruh, you should know, bruh. What am I talking about? I don't know if you can know. I'm gonna play some DKC, I'm gonna freaking need though, KFC, and I would say, where the freaking JJ Orange in the freaking chair, but asked him to collab, and where is he at though? I guess he's being a lettuce, a freaking lettuce, oh bro. He's being a lettuce. Can't do that, never, never. Never, ever, never, 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 ever. Ever, 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 never, never. Miss pick a that I don't even know what. Nurturing gon' come back with a second one. Get it, second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 11. That's where the exclusive secret Mountain Dew is. Alright, I'm done. I want to try that Mountain Dew. I don't think I've tried it. I think I have, but I don't think I have. Oh, I was about to say I asked for 2 each, and they gave me 3 if one. Oh shoot! I got burned a little bit. Okay, let's go. That's the wrong game. Wrong game. Hold on. Let's go. It's not this game. Alright, I got everything ready. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for this fantastic event? As always, when I do a legendary grand entertainment show, the main show, Georgie's been on it, Plague Lord X has been on it, JJ Orange has been on it, Princess Undead has been on it, Colonel Zach has been on it. So many people have been on this show, and I cannot wait for the returns of characters and the return of people and not characters, like Georgie, JJ, and just everybody else, and yeah, and Princess Undead and stuff. Oh my gosh. I wish they had the strawberry lemonade, man. I only got the option of the lemonade. It still hit good though. Okay. Tropical Freeze coming soon. Pretty much right after this. So we're going back to back on Donkey Kong Country games. Except I think I want to play this game with the SNES controller because I feel like I'll do way better. So I might be playing this game twice. At that point, I might as well just play Luigi's Mansion twice, but I can't even record GameCube games. Right after Donkey Kong Country 2 and Tropical Freeze, we're gonna go straight into. Don't think I'll be playing 3D World by then, but the Metroid Prime trilogy. That's interesting. Donkey Kong Country to Metroid Prime. That's kind of cool. Okay, there's. Up my mic. Nope, it's good. Okay. I'm smelling the spiciness. And I'm coughing. No Pokemon. Get it? Because you know how there's a Pokemon named Coughing and... The frick is the other one? It's Coughing and... I noticed by heart and everything else. But evolution of coughing, wheezing, coughing and wheezing. What a pun. What a dumb pun. What a dumbest of them all pun. What? Hold on. I need to fix this. Hold on. Hello? Oh, it has been working. It just sounds like it's not. Well, ignore this whole segment. Pretend I didn't do that. Come on, hurry up. Why does it look kind of dark? A little bit. Like half my face is dark. Where's that shady part? Oh, it's maybe the blankets, but... Is it really that dark right now? It's not even that dark. Yeah, alright. Alright. I don't mean to do that, but it's like there's not enough room for me to work. Put this right there. Alright. Well, I didn't mean to do that, so. Go, stupid. Oh, I forgot how to play, that's why. Alright. Usually that worked. I don't need that. Watch. Not today. Wait. If it runs into the B, then what? Nothing happens, of course. Of course. Woo! Woo! How do I get that? Wait a minute, it said throw your teammate. Hold on. Yo, it actually okay. Okay. That's interesting, because I thought it would just automatically kill him. Because that's messed up. I mean, they just fall off the map or something. That's a bit too extreme, maybe. I don't mean to be extreme. The only ones that mean to be extreme are Team Extreme. Why did I do that? It's alright, I fly to over here. Oh, wait a minute. Really now. I can't reach that? Yo, weird. How do I get that? Like, what? Alrighty. Boom. Ready? Couple of good choices here. Boom. Are you freaking serious right now? Out of all things that ever happened, that happens. Are you freaking serious? No, I'm kidding. Okay. Let me calm down. How do I play this game? I don't even know how to play for. I forgot how to play. I took a shower and completely forgot how to press 4 buttons. Sometimes 5. Mainly 5. Okay, now that's where you got me messed up, because that's not what I was doing. Oh. I throw crate like you throw box. I mean barrel. I mean, wait. I throw a barrel like you throw crate. Haha, that's what I meant. Stop. Why are you over here? I got the O. Okay, I'm not going to cheat. I promise. Ow. I actually messed up my hand. Ah. That wasn't my hand. That was my finger thing. One of the side of my fingers. I don't know what side that is. Was it? I like how I'm close to another life too. Alright, get the frick off my back. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I can't play this game. Why can't I play? I was going off not too long ago. Let me get this freaking. Okay, let me get it away from the X because I don't want to accidentally close this app. This ain't even an app. I meant to. I mean, technically it's an app. When I hear app, I instantly think of on the phone. What? That's stupid. Why? That's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Stupid. Keep a going. Never stop. Never stop. Keep a going. Never stop. Never stop. Keep a going. Keep a going. Keep a... Oh, so it works that time, but every other time. Stop. No. Wait, what do I get out of that? Never mind, I can't see. Honestly, I already have enough life as it is, so... Honestly, I beg to differ on that, how much time is on that. I don't even really think it's 1 to 2. I almost missed that. I didn't mean to go there. Oh my gosh. Alright. You know what? I'll come back to this in a little bit. That's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna eat right quick because this is a little bit in the way. The mic's for some reason in the way. I don't know what the frick is going on. I'm trying to play this, but I'm gonna have to go for a little bit. I'm gonna try to hurry as fast as I can. It won't take that long. Yeah, this is not going good. This is, for whatever reason, just not working. So, I will be back as soon as possible. I'm gonna try to eat fast because I mean it's not a lot. So, I'm gonna just watch a few videos, stuff like that, and I'll be right back.
Thank you for playing this game, but I should to warn you before you click play button. Game contents loud noises, fast brightening lights, violence, swearing, offensive language, weird speech, weird English, crooked Photoshop, high poly super mega HD graphics, and spooky moments. So, I warn you, click play button, and let's study together, because knowledge is power.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Victor. If that is your name. Oh, hi, how you doing? Okay, alright then. WAS to move, left shift to run, E to use objects, pick up, right mouse button to use holded item, mouse wheel to change item, and insta quit, home, restart level. So, as far as I know, this is a Baldi's Basic fan game. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. That's just what everyone was saying about it. So.
Welcome to Baldi's Basics.
surprised and regretted taking it. With Chris Jericho losing the ROH title to Claudio Castagnoli at Ring of Honor Final Battle, it seems higher-ups at Warner Bros. Did not want Jericho on the card, as Dave Meltzer Sticking with the monster among men, Strowman told CBS Sports how Triple H gave him advice recently, saying, "I literally had a conversation with Triple H about this a week ago because I was in a little bit of a mental funk the other day, and he's always so positive, always so chipper, always so smiling and excited, and I went to him. I was like, H, how do you do this?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "How do you keep such a positive mindset and balance all this stuff in life? I'm nowhere near as busy as you," and I was like, "You have this all together," and he goes, "Braun, you think I have this all under control?" He's like, "Dude, I'll tell you the biggest piece of advice I've ever gotten in my life. Control the stuff that you can and don't worry about the rest of it."
Yeah, that's facts.
When it comes to who made Shawn Michaels aware of the adult content being put out by Mandy Rose, it was said in the Wrestling Observer that, according to those close to the situation, Matt Bloom informed Shawn Michaels about content on Rose's fan-time subscription service that had gotten more racy of late. While not confirmed, there are those who believe Rose was making more money posting photos and making custom videos for subscribers that contain nudity. While WWE in the past had marketed its women and was responsible for many posing nude in Playboy, that was in a different era, and what they found out about crossed what they considered the allowable line, given they had promised television partners and sponsors a family-friendly product. She was live streaming and getting tipped, and at one point, according to someone viewing the video, said if she wasn't tipped $400, she would end the stream. In another, she told her streamer to message her about what they want her to do.
The frick?
On Wrestling Observer Radio, it was revealed that Chris Jericho was supposed to lose to Jungle Boy instead of Action Andretti, saying Jericho was going to do something similar with Jungle Boy, but he didn't want to do it with no crowds. By the time the crowd came back, the whole dynamic had changed, and he was in different places, and it just didn't fit. To do it now, he could have done it with Jungle Boy, Takeshita, and others. The thing on those is, in all three cases, people watching the match in the back of their heads would go, maybe he's gonna do it. If those guys would have won, it would have been big for them to win, but it wouldn't have been as big a talking point. Giving advice to Mandy Rose following a release from WWE, which had to do with her adult content online, Booker T said on his Hall of Fame podcast, Mandy Rose has the right to put her body or her image out there any way she wants. But this is a young lady who has talent. She has so much more talent than just beauty and how she looks. Talk about the situation with Mandy Rose being fired by WWE, Hall of Famer Medusa said this on Rene Dupree's podcast. If you're a talent and you're under contract, only you and your lawyer in that contract and the person that you're in contract with know what that is. Talk about Speaking about Chris Jericho's previous run as ROH World Champion, Jim Cornette noted this on his podcast. Does anybody else see that it is coincidental or just amazing how this worked out? That Chris Jericho got to defend the ROH World Championship against and defeat in the middle of the ring a different former champion of some description every week on TV for 6 or 8 weeks. On national cable television on TBS with, at least by their standards, a lot of people watching anywhere from 750 to 900,000 give or take. But when it comes time to drop it, I'll be happy to drop that title to Claudio on a Ring of Honor secondary pay-per-view that may not be seen by 75,000 people, much less 750,000. revealing why the Rusev Day run between Miro and Aiden English was squashed in WWE, Road Dogg said on his podcast. So it's yes, we saw it. Yes, we saw Rusev Day getting over. I honestly don't know what happened to Rusev Day. One day we were pushing it and the next day we weren't. Honestly, when I say we weren't pushing it, it didn't go away. It didn't just disappear. We just weren't doing anything with it anymore. Every time I would pitch something, it would get shot down. So I don't know what happened. I'm not going to say anything because last time I said something, I got a phone call and I'm not going to have that happen again. But honestly, I don't know what went down that all of a sudden we stopped running with it because it was going really well. I think it was getting over, and I don't know if Vince was a fan of Aiden English. I feel comfortable saying that. I don't know if he was a fan of Aiden English. He's a great singer. He's a great wrestler. He's not a beautiful man, but neither am I. Well, look, his body looks like everybody else's. Just he's not tanned, and he looks like me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he just looks different. And I don't mean nothing bad by that. You can't say nothing nowadays without having to qualify it with everything. God, the dude is not good looking. What do you want me to say? Former WWE star Velveteen Dream was arrested in Orlando, Florida on August 20th for battery, where he apparently got into a fight with a gym employee where he punched and bit him. In the video, Clark would admit to being a little inebriated. Clark would complain about not being read his Miranda rights and mentioned how the officer effed up for arresting him. Dream would also claim to be a former WWE wrestler, as he would later be charged with assault and trespassing. The matter would be disposed in September after the victim indicated he did not intend to prosecute. Dream would be freed on September 9th on a $1,200 bond. They were able to wrestle for another promotion in 2023. This was said about a turned-down deal from Starring for former WWE star Sasha Banks by The Observer. The largest deal we know of was New Japan in the early 90s, made a $150,000
Dang, okay.
Recalling how he saved the life of WWE Hall of Famer Sergeant Slaughter, Jim Ross revealed on his podcast that we were in Stanford at the hotel we used there, and we were having nice talk and shooting a breeze, and he leaves, walks away, and he gets to the elevator and passes out. So I ran over there and got him flat and, talked him through a seizure. I guess it was a seizure, but he had a spell, my granny would say, and he lost consciousness. I wasn't so sure he was going to make it. I didn't know if he had a heart attack or what. We called an ambulance, and we got the EMTs there quick because we're in downtown Stanford. We'd have far to travel, and so we had got to nurture him back to life, and I'm glad I got to help a little bit on that matter because I was the closest to Bob. Physically saw what happened, and I was the first one on the scene, got him out of the elevator, kind of laying across the elevator where the door wouldn't shut. So I did the mistake, I pulled him out, and then we had somebody call 911, and so the EMTs are there quickly. Sarge kicked out as he did in so many matches. Speaking to Desert Island Grabs, Trevor Murdoch touched on Triple H being afraid that Billy Gunn and Road Dogg would attack him during a house show match, with the game telling Murdoch and the late Lance Cade to keep an eye out during his match if the New Age Outlaws would come out. As soon as they saw those guys climb over the railing and begin kicking the out of Hunter, they would have thought it was part of the show, so nobody would have done anything. Hunter would have just been by himself trying to fight off two guys. People would have thought, oh look, this is cool. I want you guys at the curtain and I want you watching my whole match. The minute you see those guys, you hit that effort and you proceed to start kicking their ass. Speaking about how Sticking with Road Dogg, he would also note on his show that AJ Styles is a better wrestler than Bret Hart, saying he is a better wrestler. He's been working very hard ever since he showed up at the Royal Rumble. He's older now, and he's slower now, and he wants to work smarter now. But when he first got here, and I think he was very much in his prime, the road puts it on you in that life. Talking to the Athletic, WWE commentator Michael Cole touched on his relationship with Pat McAfee, revealing that Pat helped him reignite his passion for pro wrestling. I first met Pat in late 2017 when WWE was looking for a talent from outside the wrestling world to add some insight into our fast-growing world at NXT. My first impression of Pat was how real he was. There was no facade, no ego, just a cool dude with a tremendous amount of energy and enthusiasm. For whatever reason, we just clicked and became close friends. That chemistry would later pay off in our incredible run as a tandem on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Pat was immediately successful as a broadcaster in our universe because of two things. First, Pat is a fan, and it comes out on the air. He wasn't trained as a traditional broadcaster, so has no built-in habits that we needed to break. His love for the product just oozes out of him. Second, Pat has endless energy and charisma. He makes everything sound big and important. He is one of the hardest working people I've ever been around. He treats everyone equally, has no ego, and has a magnetic personality that draws people to him. Pat helped reinvigorate my love for our business. I've been sitting in that chair at ringside for 25 years calling live sports entertainment every single week. I've missed 2 television shows over that period. As one can imagine, that amount of repetition can become tedious after time. Pat changed all that, and each week became a new adventure and a new chapter in my career. Pat also gave me the confidence to open up and have fun out there. One of my career highlights was calling Pat's match at WrestleMania. He deserves all his success. On Pro Wrestling Bits, Saraya mentioned turning heel in AEW as she said, I would love to be a heel if I'm being honest. I have so many different ideas being a heel, and I always say to people, it's so much easier to be a heel than a babyface because it's hard, especially in today's world, to get people to like you straight out of the gate. So I'm actually going to start from scratch again, but being a heel, it's so easy to get people to hate you. With a previous report claiming that Triple H, who is head of WWE Creative, is unhappy with stars recently brought back to the company, Steve Carrier of Ringside News wrote, we've heard a report saying that Triple H is underwhelmed by the recent wave of superstars he brought, revealing that he will retire after his AEW With making his name in the cruiserweight division, former WWE star Jack Gallagher was recently seen making his professional MMA debut for FCC 32, where he would end up losing via first-round TKO. Gallagher would also make his bare knuckle FC debut earlier this year, coming away with a knockout in the 3rd round. With a clip of CM Punk speaking about Roman Reigns years ago resurfacing, Ringside News would post it. Here's the video.
You know, and I'll use Roman Reigns as an example, because if
WWE star Jack Gallagher was recently seen making his professional MMA debut for FCC 32, where he would end up losing via first-round TKO. Gallagher would also make his bare knuckle FC debut earlier this year, coming away with a knockout in the 3rd round. I'm glad they waited until the end of 2020 to put the work into the whole head of the table. A journalist from Gush Cloud has reported that Sasha, with the Dudley Boys previously set to reunite for Battleground Championship Wrestling's ECW tribute show, PW Insiders reported that WWE pulled WWE Hall of Famer and NXT coach Devon Dudley from the BCW event over the weekend at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Devon had been slated to appear at the convention preceding the show, and then in Bully Ray in his match that night against Matt Cardona. The promotion's side is that they received...
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So it'll be a Christmas miracle if this video is monetized, but it's worth the risk to share some important news with my precious viewers. So let's talk about Bocchi the Rock. Quite easily, anime of the year, one that's been able to hang in there with the titans of the industry in terms of viewership. It just goes to show you, anime girls doing cute things plus making music is a timeless formula that will never fail. But all jokes aside, Bocchi the Rock has been a massive success and inspired countless memes and artwork based on the series, which mainly center around the main character Hitori, who by all accounts is as flat as a board. Well, maybe to the untrained eye, because out there are some internet sleuths who captured important frames like this one that have exposed what lies beneath, the sweater cows that she is concealing in her tracksuit. Perhaps inspired by these observations, there is a mountain of artwork featuring Hittori with massive hunkabalunkas, some tiggle bitties with some heavy chest meat that if whipped at your head would give you a massive concussion, among other boob-related innuendos. Now, it's really profound how a few frames can inspire so much art. This is all a testament to girls who wear tracksuits, okay? It's truly like Schrodinger's anime titty. Like, until you see it, you don't know if there's massive anime titties hiding behind those tracksuits, okay? You just never know until you see it. And look, I love Hittori, okay? Great character. But let's not undersell this goddess from the same series. Like, an anime girl with a drinking problem? Count me in, dude. And look, this wasn't a subtweet. I was thinking about her when I made this video last night, okay? Like, but nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this critically important video, and moral of the story, go watch Bocchi the Rock. That's about it. I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, here's the show, man.
Ow, my ear.
The Hawk said it before and I'll say it again. Growing up, Test was one of my guys. I don't really know why. Maybe it was just that I kind of resonated with being a miserable loner who was bigger than most of the other kids.
Speaking about a potential feud between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, Damian Priest told the 5 Count that it's hard to pick one over the other, but I'd be a lie if I didn't say at some point we need the Judgment Day and the Bloodline to get in there and mix it up. I want my name to live forever. I want the fame and the fortune and the stardom that comes with being the main WWE superstar. I have to do that. I have to run through Roman Reigns. That has to happen. At some point, I'm sure it will. We'll cross paths down the line. That's always the thought. That on Busted Open Radio, it's not even a question. We don't have to ask those questions because if that's the truth of the matter, my phone is on. People know where to call me. People know where to find me. If you want to give the people that tomorrow, you'd be wasting a lot of time, money, and investment because that's a bill that deserves to be built. I'm not taking anything away from other people who do great work on the microphone. I want to see other people eat. Generational talent? I had 10 years in this business. My first generation, my decade is done. What I did is undeniable. You can't ever discredit it. I'm called a babyface because I got over. I don't have to shit on the people and bury the people. I can make people love me. I can make people listen, cheer, chant. You can't do that. Until you make people chant your catchphrases, love you, and book you as a babyface, it's easy to be a heel. It's easy to shit on these people. It's real easy. It's called RC Cola, cheap pop. When I said you're sitting in your mother's basement jerking off, F you, I didn't curse for 7 years. I didn't curse or say a bad word. I created a word, soft. They made millions of Snickers bars sponsoring the history of WrestleMania. One and only corporate sponsor, Snickers. Soft, they made millions of Snickers bars in one campaign leading to the Hardys' return match at WrestleMania. It was built for Enzo and Cass to win those titles. The Hardys came back to the greatest anticipation, the biggest pop in the history of wrestling maybe. I was there, I was in that match, because the match was built on Enzo and Cass, and nobody knew they were coming. To get your own match on the card at WrestleMania for the tag titles in in a ladder match? Get out of here. Don't compare apples to oranges. I hope he made Burberry a lot of money, but he ain't seeing any of that money. I sold t-shirts that said Certified G on them, and I made $1 million before I was 30 years old in this business. I didn't need contract disputes because I did that on a rookie contract with merchandise sales. Don't ever compare apples to oranges. Don't ever disrespect me. 5 minutes? Brutalize him. You give me 5 minutes on a live microphone, I'm trending #1 in the world. When is the time you drew a 2? When CM Punk got there is when they drew a 2? If I show up on that screen, you're getting the #1 trend in the world, guaranteed, with or without MJF on the screen. I didn't have to be there when Cash showed up, and he trended. I trended #5 on my couch. It wasn't Wardlow trending, it wasn't Cass, it was Enzo trending. Not WWE, not AEW, not MJF. There's no 3 letters that can hold me. I don't have to on people. I don't have to take cheap shots. I don't have to curse on the microphone in front of people. I don't have to. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Touching on his run in WWE, Maven would admit to taking performance-enhancing drugs, as he noted. I loved everything about it. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs. I'm not going to lie, the money. I'm the one wrestler. I'm going to be perfectly honest, whether you like or dislike my answer. I hate it when guys talk about, did you take steroids? And they beat around it. I did them. I did. I'm not sorry for it. I wish I would have taken more. I would have done everything the same. At this point in my life, at 46, there is no one I'm trying to get the approval of. Why lie? Recalling Goldberg's kick to Bret Hart from WCW, which gave the latter a devastating concussion that forced an early retirement, Eric Bischoff mentioned that, I'm looking at Bret bouncing his head off the concrete or the ring post, whatever it was, and if I had to put money on it, I would put it on that concussion occurring on that bump as much or more so than the kick to the head. I'm not saying that to be controversial. I'm not saying that out of disrespect to Bret. I'm just pointing out what I think is something that is at least worthy of discussion if we're going to keep blaming Bill Goldberg for that concussion. Because I'm not sure if this was played in front of a jury, you could convince a jury that that was true. Recalling a funny story from a WWE tour with Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes told Gorilla Position that the first time I saw Randy, we were in Cape Town, South Africa, at the TV hotel for that tour. I walked by the men's bathroom, and he had his hands around the urinal. He goes, "Hey Code, look at this." And he yanked the entire urinal out of the wall. We had this big talent meeting the next day. Hey, there were security cameras, guys. We want to know who did it. Randy walked up in front of everybody and said, "Hey, I want to know who did it." I was told that Randy is a family guy and doesn't get in trouble, and I won't have it. I'm going to try to set some traps, some things to see if I can get him back, because that was important. Randy freaking out was a big part of my life. I need him there, and I don't think I'm going to get him there, but I'm going to try. Touching on the recent firing of former NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose over her adult content page online, Kevin Nash said on his podcast, "That's my problem. You're a 1099. If she's in wrestling gear and she's got the NXT belt, absolutely crosses the line. If she's her, I guarantee you that the person that's on that picture is the same one that's on her driver's license. And I guarantee you that the check that gets paid to that person is not to Mandy, to the wrestling name." I think, again, that's the thing. It's just, you're either an independent contractor or you're not. In this case, obviously, she's not making, I don't think that Mandy would, if she was making 7 figures, be doing anything to subsidize her employment and or income as she's doing right now. Obviously, she's not making enough money. She's not doing anything illegal. It's not like she's a prostitute. It's not like she's not doing anything that's against the law, you know? Talking about Jim Ross's comments regarding John Laurinaitis being let go from WWE, Dutch Mantel made an interesting revelation, saying, "JR talks very seldomly about people that he doesn't like, and this right here kind of surprised me that he talked about Laurinaitis in such a way. There's no doubt that he doesn't respect Laurinaitis with that last comment he made. So, if he's out of the loop, I agree with him, he kind of deserves it. I've heard some stories about Laurinaitis and the girls out there in WWE. Some of those girls were really, really nice girls. They've been around guys, but they've never been around a dressing room with wrestlers, and the vibe is different. They're trying to fit in. They're trying to get people to like them, especially management, and he was trying to take advantage of that." When asked if Kenny Omega's AEW contract would expire in January, Dave Meltzer replied on Wrestling Observer Radio, January 30th or February 1st. Asked if Omega's contract was extended, Meltzer said, but AEW is currently advertising him for the Winnipeg show that's in March. Does this mean his contract has been extended to make up for the injury time, or has he signed a new contract? As far as I know, he hasn't signed a new contract, and I would think if he had, they would have sent out a release like they did for Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley. But because he had all that time off with the injury, I think that they froze it and will extend it. With former WWE star Eva Marie liking a tweet from Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, where the reporter referenced more returns to the company, many fans reacted negatively to this as they wrote, "No, absolutely not. Now we've gone too far with these WWE returns. I'll be damned if I have to deal with Eva Marie. There have been a lot of great returns to WWE since it came under new control. With that being said, there are some returns that simply must never ever happen, like Eva Marie and Vicky Guerrero.
Bro, I thought my mic was off that whole freaking time. How did it come back on? Are you serious?